Hi everyone! So we're gonna talk about the Crush 80 today. I bought the Crush 80 off of Taobao around 2 weeks ago as a part of their first group buy. So now it has come, and it has come in this really nice carrying case. And inside the case we have the accessories and the board. For their first group buy, they had a special offer where you could get it with switches and keycaps. So I got the yellow one, and mine came with like the free complimentary keycaps and switches. So it comes really well packaged, has that little cloth bag, and it's all encased in plastic wrapping. Here's how it looks. I really like the colorway, and I love the little details on the keycaps. This also came with the instruction manuals, so there's English in that instruction manual, and as part of the first round of group buy, it came with the free alu plate. The Crush comes with gasket mount, so they gave me the spare beans and some rubber feet, and also the extra case corner protectors. I also got extra screws for this. And I got a few extra switches because this comes pre-built, so I don't really have to do much assembly. I think these are just in case I lose the parts or if there are any faulty bits. So the switches are the switches from B-Sun. So the first round you could have either Extra Mix or B-Sun, but since mine had RGB, I got the B-Sun switches. And this also comes with a cable and a switch puller. So this is what I got for the accessories, and now I'm just gonna go and unwrap this so we can take a proper look at the board. Let's talk about the back first. So on the back there is a stainless steel weight that weighs around 2 kilos, and in the center there is a magnetic badge that you can take off, and the wireless dongle is housed inside. Unfortunately, you can't choose the color of the weight or the badge, but I think there will be aftermarket badges in the future. The case is a quick release case. It uses the ball catch structure, so to open it up, you just need to pop up the top and then pop off the bottom, and it's open. There are 2 of these ball catch structures on each side, on the top and the bottom. Now let's take a look at the top case. So as you can see, the paint job of the inner corners is done really well. It's really even, there's no blank spots, and the finish is really smooth. It's not gritty at all. The board is gasket mounted, and this yellow one comes with an FR4 plate, and it's also a wireless type of board. So underneath the PCB you can see the little magnetic connector, and the batteries are actually located right under the bottom case. In the bottom case there are 2 pieces of foam. Under the PCB there is another piece of foam, and this one comes with a bit of PET on it too, if I'm not mistaken. And in between the plate and the PCB there's IXPE foam, a PET sheet, and some pour-on foam. So this is a really foamed up board. So like I said earlier, the board comes with switches, and these are B-Sun Arctic switches. They have a 45 gram activation, travel is 3.6 mm, 21 mm spring. The switch is made of polycarbonate, and the stem is made from Y3 plastic. So overall it's a pretty good switch. I'm pretty excited to use it, especially because B-Sun switches are usually quite reliable, and the material should give this a really nice creamy type of sound. The switches are a little bit hard to remove, but I think this is only a problem if you get it pre-built. Gotta give it a little yank and it'll come out. The stabs are a little bit more on the dry side, so if you look at the corners, there's a very thin layer of lube on the corners, and if you lift up the housings, there's no lube on the side of the housings. If you flip them over, you can see a very thick glob inside, so it's just the sides and the corners that are lacking a bit of lube. So if you're building this board, you might want to touch up a bit on the lube. Now we can look at the keycaps that comes with it. This is a PBT keycap. As you can see, it's a little bit on the thicker side, so this means that this would offer a deeper sound profile when typing. From what I can see so far, that there are no major warping issues with the keycaps. The stabs for the spacebar are pretty similar. I also have that thick glob at the back and the little coating of lube on the corners and no lube on the side of the housings. So I'm going to test for a bit of tick, and there is a little bit of tick on the left side, so I'll need to tune and relube the stabs later on. But for now, let's just put this back together. Overall, this is a really budget-friendly board for both beginners and enthusiasts. So for beginners, if you get your hands on the pre-built, you can pretty much use it straight out of the box. You might need to lube your stabs a little bit, but this is pretty easy since the stabs are clip-ons, so it's very easy to take them out and just add a bit of lube to them. And for enthusiasts, I think this is great because you get to play around with more premium functions like the quick release and the magnetic wireless connection for a fraction of the price. This board was around 100 USD and it came with the keycaps and the switches, and the paint job on it is very similar to the QK. It's very smooth, there's no grittiness, and I love the fact that it comes in so many different colors. It is a shame that you can't choose the weight or the badge at the back, but I think that's something I'd gladly give up for something of this quality at this price point. So enough with me talking, here is the sound test.